Greetings and welcome to my dear Scorpio. This is Ron from Tarot of the Twin Sun. Tarot of the Twin Sun is a functional division within the Order of the Twin Sun. Please take only what you will. I do thank you for your return, or perhaps if you are new, please be open to subscribing for future content within the months to come for 2023. We are here to discuss a prognostication of Scorpio. That is the auspices of Mars and Pluto and the 8th house, and negotiating with the 2nd house things that need to be seen in terms of the progression, the evolution of Scorpio and Scorpionic energy in the month of February 2023. Please take only what you will. We shall be doing 3 readings for this month. The first is a karmic reading to see the actions in play that may be coming for Scorpio, how to deal with these actions by seeing in a second spread essentially an incident in terms of this, something that is focused in the temporality of time and space, something that occurs in the month of February. We can look into that. And then the third reading is the Great Mirror, which is a tool devised by the Order of the Twin Sun to see particular karmas that may exist between Scorpio and another. Okay. Now, the mystery of the fixed axis of Scorpio and Taurus, of the 8th and the 2nd house, essentially, it spins in such a way that is quite ridiculous in terms of the transformational expectations that Scorpios need in terms of crisis and resolution of very fixed principles. Scorpio is here to shake the foundations of Taurus and Venusian energy, okay? And because of such, there is this sort of quandary. Because Mars and Venus are naturally at odds, there's a natural, deep, intensified romance that comes through this, that has to do with romantic notions of pain and the exquisite pleasure that comes through pain, and the ability to transform through this pain in order to reach new heights. Okay, the thing is that these people that Scorpio pull in are essentially enveloped within the 1st and 3rd houses. Okay. So there's this cardinal push to mutability in order to free oneself from the fixity of Earth. There's an evolution here in which these people have to change their career, their profession. It's not something that they would do so casually. It's because your presence essentially generates the dynamo in order to push forward agendas of transformation and change in a very disruptive way, in order to produce the effect of someone who would place faith in their friends, faith in their communities, faith in children, faith in the capacity of their own voice to do or say what needs to be done, okay? That's just a small aside. We're going to go now into the karmic reading for this month for the energy of Scorpio. I do thank you for your likes and subscribes. Okay, so there's a new beginning in the sequence of birth for you, Scorpio. And this has to do with the idealization of reality, of seeing through the sinews of reality what weaves everything together. There is a sense that a great community is coming out of this fulfillment order, okay? Suspense in all of that as well. There also is the possibility that you would have to get rid or destroy something of the old in terms of an old order or an old way of doing things, a disorder or a terrible way of doing things, a broken family that can be repaired, a new family. These are all themes that are coming in for the month of February 2023 for Scorpio. This has to do with new land, new work. At the same time, the culmination of such things within that, a new role into doing this, a new status, okay? This has to do with self-authority as well, the ability to produce and to become fertile. What this is leading up to is a platform, a design, something that you feel that you can work on with others, and there is a great sense of conviviality in your communities that is coming in for the month of February. So this is a very auspicious time to have a new beginning when it comes to the idealization of doing the right thing in terms of work, of righteousness, in terms of your stability, in terms of your everyday. And you can do this by yourself, or you can do this with communities, and you will find that either way you do it, either way you cut it, you're going to be destroying something old in order to bring something new in. And this is going to nuance a space for you. It's going to give you a platform. Something that would help is also to look into new social strata or new social platforms to help you with this. Now we're going to look into a more incidental portion of this, going to the second read. Okay, in terms of an incident, you're going to find a single connection, something that you can be loyal to. It also is the source of addressing something very painful from the past. This has to do with addressing childhood traumas that stem from the mother, to seeing the mother in the near future, to understanding something about cooperation, about how to truly work with another in terms of friendship, in terms of being loyal. Okay. This comes as something of a burden. I think with the new beginning that's coming up, there's going to be something that has to be addressed when it comes to your past, something painful from the past, and cut this out, and then also to reinforce yourself, to provide yourself with the crown of creation, trying to see and break through to the other side, to also break through to the next day, in terms of sunrise and the crown of creation that occurs there. Something about this has to do with the loyalty to your dreams, the loyalty to your upbringing in terms of the sort of resurrection and the bringing forward of the subconscious into the conscious realm. Transforming and bringing that up is it can be very painful. So this is a month in which you can do that, and as you do that, there's a possibility something great in terms of a reward. Okay. So this is something of a burden for you. I think that it is possibly a way to understand how you had to leave a certain way of doing things in terms of old family styles or family heritage, in terms of the karmas of the family. Okay. And this will produce a sense of great wealth. Somehow it's going to work that way, give you the sense of a platform if you address your innermost connections, your most heartfelt connections, the most familiar ones. There's something about addressing all of this and your loyalty to it, to understand how to essentially bring forward that crown of creation that I was mentioning before. That's what I can do for you in terms of let's see, an incident. Now we shall go forward into the Great Mirror. And the Great Mirror is a 9-card spread, as I've mentioned, to help see karmas between Scorpio and a significant other. Okay. Excuse me. Okay, so you may see this person as someone who may be a block to your blessings. At the same time, they produce the effective grounding, meaning that if you have passions or you have strengths, you may potentially project these onto them. Your energy is Martian in nature, at least for this month, and in this reading in particular, how this person sees you, they see you as someone who's extremely independent, forceful, independent, as well as someone who has addressed their shadows. And they perhaps enjoy this about you. At the same time, you are here to get rid, to transform them in some sort of way, to bring down their shields, and to also essentially bring forward a sense of a foundation for them in some sort of way. It's very strange and interesting sort of thing, meaning that what you're doing in terms of electricity, in terms of force, in terms of the currents that you have, there's a lot that has to do with pushing forward a certain independence that you have with this person, independence from them or with them. Taurus, your 7th house is activated in this. Also Libraic energy. Okay, so in terms of the mirror on an unconscious level, there are a lot of actions that they do to seek out friendship, to seek out prosperity, to be gracious to others, and they offer this to you. The thing is that you have a great magnetism about you that pulls forward independence and freedom, but also a great deal of attraction. In terms of your energy, your force, it's very much something that they seek out. And as they seek it out, the meetings of the minds occur. Okay, there's something almost artificial about the conversation that you have on a conscious level, because and the conversation sort of it sort of breaks. There's something about it that's on a psychological level on what's being said. It's all suggestive. It's innuendo. It's leading towards a different idea of how to see each other, and there's a very strong raw quality in it. The way that one sees another here, there also is a possibility that what you desire is to not be challenged, to be empowered in such a way to have the advantage. Deep down inside, when you meet this person, there's something about you that has gone through quite a bit in terms of trauma and resolution of that trauma, and addressing that trauma, and meeting your fears and conquering your demons. Okay, the thing is that what you don't want is to run away from something that has been proven to work in the past. And using all this energetic force, you have to be very careful when it comes to especially romance, because there's something about you that can be very much intoxicating in this situation. What they see, what they fear most, I think, is a true union of the mind. This person is looking for a way to reconstruct something, to become even more prosperous by affecting another. But then they're dealing with you, who is mostly satisfied with the way things have gone or the way things are going. And I don't know why, but then there's a very strong attraction with the marriage card here. Lovers, essentially Gemini's energy. At the same time, the fixed energy of the world comes in, and you might find that both of you see this as a chance to be in perspective of each other. There's something about them that can be indicative of the 5 of Pentacles, the 7 of Pentacles, or the 3 of Pentacles. Their actions are placed and they are promoted by some form of order or disorder, and they are intended to create some sort of balance. What eventually comes out in terms of the karmic outcome on their side is the 7 of Pentacles or the 3 of Pentacles, meaning that they can find a sense of cooperation with you through friendship, or there will be a lot more in terms of expectation to what already has what has already occurred, or what is going to occur in terms of the expectations afterwards. It always points back to the Three of Pentacles. And this has to do with actions of the mind, producing actions of the mind, doing the right thing where your mind and your actions are in unison. The thing is that this person is really flighty. They want to be flighty. They also are very fertile. They prove to be a very fertile force. And there's a way for you, both of you, to meet this in an objective standpoint, to actually converse, and then let that conversation disintegrate in some sort of way through artificial quality to find the truth. And there is a very strong perspective here that can be seen through the other by uniting with another. It's a very strong connection, I would say. In terms of advice, if you're looking for transformation and you're looking for a way to try out a different avenue, something that you haven't tried yet, I don't know if you would find the transformation here. There is a gravitas, there is a very strong sensuality that you can have with this person. But in terms of like actually getting something that you actually need, you might have to look elsewhere. It doesn't mean that that's the absolute sort of answer. It's just I think you would look for someone who could possibly strike up and force a transformation on you that you might be truly seeking for. Just be careful, Scorpio, because I do know that it's through usually the most exquisite of pain that one finds transformation in the realm of Scorpio, and you're going to find that, but then you have to be careful what becomes effaced and all of that. There's something beautiful that you have here that has to do with a longing, a gravity that I think you should try to explore just to see the other perspective, okay? That's the best I can do for this month. I do wish you well. Thank you. Bye-bye.